Hello everyone, this is Alec coming to you with another Warcraft 3 audio commentary, and yes, it is me. I am finally back to give you more of your favorite caster, obviously. Me, Alec, and yeah, so hopefully I can get back into the groove as best as possible, start to going to once or twice a week nowadays. I'm not too busy, these days anyways. But so I'll try and do my best in that regard. But anyways, I guess you're gonna get what you're gonna get. So let's get into the game, though. It looks like today we're going to be having J4S close bracket Nick. I don't know who this player is, so I'll just call him Nick. I don't know if that's a team J4S. No idea, to be honest. And yeah, anyways, and his opponent will be Entee. So I have seen this player before. I'm not too familiar with him. Obviously, he is a purple undead player spawning in the bottom right of Terranus stand. He will be going for standard Death Knight opening. Going to be going for ghouls. No graveyard down yet, so I doubt we'll be seeing fiends anytime soon. As we do see the first Acolyte Scout sent out here from Entee. Pretty interesting choice, just because you can send out that ghoul. You can't just collect just enough wood to drop that another ziggurat, then send him away. So you didn't actually need that extra 20 wood just now. He could have just sent him off there. But looks like deciding to go for that extra acolyte. That does mean he'll probably be saving that acolyte down by the mine. He's probably expecting the human to do some harassment onto his main gold mine, so he's probably going to make that extra acolyte just in case one of them gets taken down. In the worst case, he'll use it for a shade, and it's always there just as backup. It is just one food, so it's not hurting him that much in the long run. Anyways, let's see what's happening now in the base of Nick. Look at the Nick. He's doing a very strange build. Also going for Mountain King as his first hero, so not going to be going for that standard Archmage. Although you do see human players, I've noticed a lot, they do decide to go for that Mountain King as a first hero, just because when the Death Knight comes to do some harassment, he can just do a quick Stormbolt and surround that Death Knight, and the only way he can get away is by coiling his way out of it, which is never a bad idea. Or Acolyte did just go down. Or TPing away, which is also another great victory. Or it'll just let himself die at level 1, which is still a good victory. And look at this, a couple of very low hit point militia going to be trying to head back to base. Right now, Entee's trying to get off that one kill on that one militia. Looks like he will get it. Probably going to go for one more. Very nicely done there by him. Going to get 3, it looks like. Wow, that is very, very successful harassment. Oh, and look at that. Nick, perfect timing, getting the Arcane Tower in range of Entee's Death Knight and getting the four unit surround. Perfectly played there by Nick. Very, very impressive. And I just want to go back to this. If you look at the base build of Nick, if you see this Arcane Tower is way out here just to sort of block any sort of Death Knight harass, and you can't really get any damage off on this Arcane Tower just because of these very well placed farms. It's kind of an interesting base build. On the not so good side, it doesn't really block off his base right here. So normally you see human players block off their base just so that the Death Knight can't come in and harass the peasant line, or send some ghouls in, stray ghouls, just to harass the peasant line. Now they can, but now they can. We do have Skeletal Warriors coming in now, as Nick is going to creep his Mountain King up to about level 2.5. Where's that Death Knight? Death Knight's searching for the human army. Only at level like 1.2 about, so not going to be not that as strong as he probably wants to be. A lot of that has been denied by this Arcane Tower, and as he was forced to TP. I really did like that the choice to TP there instead of letting himself die, because he could have TP'd late, and if he let himself die, Mountain King would be I think he would be level 3 right now. I believe it feeds. Does it feed? Is it 80 experience? So in that case, he wouldn't be. I'm not sure. I'd have to check on that, but whatever. Oh, one footman going to be going down to the lightning shield, as Nick going to be trying to creep out the scamp. But look at this, does get the surround. Unfortunately, Entee does not look like he'll lose his hero right here. Lots of very low on hit points, and there's the Stormbolt to finish him off. Very well played there by Nick. And look at this, the creeps just focusing down the undead units. That was extremely well played by Nick, now with a huge advantage. After that, perfectly well played, having the playing the aggro perfectly, having those creeps refocus down the undead units, like the the Death Knight, and Nick knew as soon as he knew the whole game he's been saving his mana, not wasting Stormbolts on creeps or anything of the sorts, just saving those Stormbolts for the Death Knight, knowing that something like that, an opportunity like that, could happen at any time. Really played out. He really did play that one out perfectly, and kudos to him. Anyways, Entee does just have these 4 scouting ghouls here. Can't really do much with them just because they're not supported by a hero. Tier 2 tech is finished, and look at this double crypt. I didn't notice this that early. It looks like we're going to be going for some mass gargoyles out of Entee. So not the in my opinion, not the strongest strategy. Pretty good when it comes to harassment. Things like that. Obviously, footmen are unable to focus things down like that. And look at this, Death Knight could be in trouble here if he gets too heavily focused. And look at this, Mountain King is at level 3, so he does have those level 2 Stormbolts. Extremely high DPS. Mountain King getting a little bit focused here, and as the first couple gargoyles are going to come in, they're going to get off some nice damage. Going to get off a couple kills actually as well, as these footmen will start to get focused down. Look at these peons now going to get focused down. I'm sure a few of them will fall, feeding some very nice experience to the Death Knight. I would not be surprised if we saw the Death Knight hit level 2, which is extremely important just for that Death Pact. Or even better, Unholy Aura. I was gonna say even better, but I don't know. If I were him, I think I'd probably go for Death Pact, but then again, Death Pact on a ghoul really not that worth it, and on a gargoyle, I mean, you probably will not have any gargoyles close enough to you at the time when you need to use it. But and really on a ghoul, it's not really worth it. So yeah, he did go for Unholy Aura. Usually you only see Death Pact if you have Fiends or something. That only really makes it worth it. Anyways, now we're going to see Nick going to be doing some pretty aggressive militia creeping, but it looks like he will not actually go through with it. He's going to be going for the surround on the Death Knight, and another perfect surround on that Death Knight. I am loving the way Nick is playing this. No TP on the Death Knight. Level 2 Death Knight falls once again, so now Mountain King hitting a very early level 4. But right now there's a lot of gargoyles starting to really build up their mass, and I don't know how Nick is going to respond to this. Still only a tier 1. Looks like he does have the blacksmith up, so it does have a tower in his base as well, so he's going to start pumping out some riflemen. But really, I mean, I don't know if that's going to be enough, to be honest. There's a lot of gargoyles. He's going to start, if I were him, I'd drop some towers. So yeah, that's exactly what he did. He did drop some towers, and look at this. Gargoyle's going to be very heavily focusing the scout tower. Will get taken down almost immediately. And Nick preemptively bringing his peasants over to try and heal it. And this is exactly why gargoyles are so good. I mean, you can just focus down, just do this incredible harassment, and they're such high mobility. It's really they're great harassing units. But obviously he can't stick to just gargoyles for the rest of the game. So we do see Entee teching up to tier 3, dropping that slaughterhouse. So we will probably be seeing some obsidian statues, probably some destroyers as well. Very effective strategy at this point in the game. I mean, seriously, Nick is stuck here at tier 1 for the moment. Only about halfway up to tier 2, and tier 3 should be finishing momentarily. Yeah, exactly. 2/3 of the way done tier 3. So this is a very strong position right now for Entee. Not really quite in the sense of hero levels, because right now, to be honest, that Mountain King is beastly. That is just a... To quote Witty, if you haven't already checked out his channel, it's a sick channel. He's a really funny caster himself. I really admire him. He's got lots of talent. This Mountain King is pimped out. Anyways, we're just going to see footmen walk around. We do have the rifleman just sitting in the main base of Nick, actually. Wow, so... kind of an interesting strategy. Not going to be using them for creeping, just going to be using them to keep them in his own base, actually, just to try and protect from these gargoyles. It looks like it will actually pay off. This lumber mill, not in the most strategic position. Now it's not so bad because that tree is down, but still he probably wants to try and cut some of this wood here, just to make it that much easier for the peasants to move around. And Nick, with no town hall, he cannot continue to produce wood peasants, so he is actually stockpiling quite a bit of resources right now. Still only at no upkeep, so he can probably wants to pump out as many footmen and rifles as he possibly can. We do have Wand of Illusion now being used by Nick. Probably just going to be using those footmen illusions just to scout, because honestly, there's at this level of play, you probably as a player, you probably can tell which ones are illusion and which ones are not. Anyways, you're going to see the Death Knight finally be revived because he was level 2. It did take quite a while for him to finish reviving. Still not picking up a TP, so obviously he's feeling pretty confident with his ability even after losing his hero that many times. And honestly, I think that this is exactly what Nick wants him to do. Like, he really wants him to not buy a TP and just continue to get those Stormbolt surrounds, which is just such a powerful strategy. We do have the Lich now coming out as a second hero for the Undead player. No second hero, it looks like, for the human. I was expecting like an Archmage or a Paladin or a Blood Mage, something of the sorts. Just to sort of support that Mountain King. But then again, pure Mountain King can be very strong, especially when you're high level like this. Probably wants to try and get to level 5 ASAP. Does get one sneaky little ghoul kill, and he will staff a teleportation right out of there. Very decent play. He wants to he doesn't want to just waste a potion of invisibility, so he wants to try and get that one ghoul kill just to make it worth it, you know, because otherwise it is just sort of like a waste. As he will staff a teleport away. It is still sort of like a waste because he did invest in like a staff of teleportation. He did invest in something like that and things like that, and he did actually just sell them off, so it didn't really pay off. I'd say he was probably looking to get like a cheeky little acolyte, a couple acolyte kills, but the Undead was in his own base. As we do have a huge engagement right now, as we do have our Gargoyles actually getting very heavily focused by these riflemen, doing very high DPS, and some decent micro from Nick. Probably could improve a little bit more. Now, this is never a good idea. Focusing down a Lich, that Death Knight will just death coil that Lich all day long. What he wants to try and do, I think what we'll probably see him try to do, is death coil, is Stormbolt that Death Knight, and just try and go for that surround, which can be very efficient, very good strategy. We're going to see two statues on the field now for Entee, but one of them almost gets focused down. Nick still only with tier 1 units, so this could prove to be quite a problem going up against these tier 2 and even tier 3 units now. Destroyers out on the field, very strong units, obviously. As this could prove to be very dangerous for Nick. I mean, he only has 3 riflemen, now down to 2, and they're getting very heavily focused. And he's just continues to refocus that Lich. I don't know. I do not like this decision at all. Focusing down the Lich. The Lich does now hit level 2, and now he can just death coil. Oh no, did not have the mana for a death coil. So that is huge. Losing that Lich at level 2, that is just huge. That is really huge. That's going to feed some very nice experience, and now we actually have a level 5 Mountain King, and look at this, he may actually get another Death Knight kill. Oh, he gets the Lucky Bash. Oh, he actually goes down. Holy crap, he actually got that kill, taking out a level 3 Death Knight and a level 2 Lich. So right when you think that there's no way in heck he can hold that off, he pulls that. He pulls one of those. Incredibly well played there by Nick. Incredibly good micro by him. Still only using tier 1 units. I don't see one tier 2, any sort of tech anywhere, to be honest. Doesn't really have the resources, but this is why. He's going to try and establish this expansion at tier 2. Not a bad idea, but honestly, he can probably pull this off, and he's in a very strong position. That Mountain King right now, if I were him, oh no, he's not really at tier 3, so I was going to say he should probably pick up an orb if he can, but there's really no way that he can possibly do that. If he could start attacking range with that air, with that fire, with that Mountain King, and start bashing them and stuff, that would be really powerful. That'd be OP. Anyways, this Mountain King's so close to level 6, and we're going to see the air army now of Entee come straight over. Going to try and kill off these acolytes. These peons. I mean, not acolytes. Going to try and kill off these peons before this expansion can finish. Arcane Tower doing some nice damage, but looks like one acolyte and peon. Why do I keep saying acolyte? One peon does in fact fall, as the town hall does finish being built, and the destroyers will be forced to return home, as the Mountain King's coming in. Does get a nice little Stormbolt onto that one ghoul, and it looks like that we will get a surround here. No surround actually. No, another miss surround. Wow. So that Mountain King will get another free kill and will not have to use his TP. It looks like maybe if we see another Frost Nova, but nope, there's no mana either left on that Lich. So that Mountain King will be able to escape, it looks like. Wow, that's honestly, that's kind of poor play there from Entee, not getting that surround on that Mountain King. I was really expecting it, and for some reason he TPs there. Obviously, he felt like he was going to take a little bit more damage than he wants to.
Undead army a little bit more mobile than just the Mountain King. Does he have boots of speed? He does. He does have boots of speed. So he probably could have gotten away there, but not without taking tons of damage. So he thought the better decision was just a TP, save some HP, and now he's actually able to engage in this fight pretty well. He's going to get a lot of nice kills here. Nice Stormbolt there on that one ghoul. We do have a Blood Mage coming out. This is just to try and really act as the mana for the Mountain King. Try and give that Mountain King as best chance as he possibly can, mana-wise. Another very nice Death Coil onto another ghoul. As we're going to see right now, lots of ghouls just focus down those rifles, doing a very nice job of it actually, and now going to be focusing down that Blood Mage pretty hard. Mountain King taking a lot of damage actually. He did just pop a potion of healing, it looks like. I'm surprised we don't see any siphon mana out of the Blood Mage just yet. Probably wants to start siphon manaing that Death Knight ASAP really. Blood Mage is only at level 1.5, so maybe he didn't go Siphon Mana as his first effect. Maybe he went Banish so that he could Banish and Stormbolt. That's a pretty strong effective strategy. As we're going to see, it looks like all of these peons will be falling. And yet, there we go. Nick is just abandoning ship, and it looks like he will be losing this Town Hall. Probably wants to cancel that peon. Is it peon peasant? Yeah, peasant. Probably wants to cancel that peasant, as Mountain King is so close to level 6. And as soon as that Mountain King gets level 6... he's basically indestructible. Good luck killing a level 6 Mountain King. Another nice little cheeky Stormbolt killing off yet another ghoul. As we're going to see, more of the ghouls just get focused down. Can he get off the one kill? No. Blood Mage just shy of level 2. And Mountain King really shy of level 6. There's the level 6 on the Mountain King. And I'd say this game is now going to start to get really interesting. Good luck to the unplayer to try and take down that level 6 Mountain King. Good luck. With my luck, I'll probably jinx it, and it'll probably fall right now to some sort of like a nuke. That would be really funny, actually. Oh, and there it is. I just called it. Oh, and he has no TP. Will he actually lose his hero here? It looks like he's going to lose a level 6 Mountain King. Oh, and he actually banishes his own Mountain King, and there's the Avatar. That was insane. Holy crap. That was very well played there by Nick. And Mountain King taking a lot of damage. There's the Siphon Mana out of the Blood Mage onto that Lich. Lich going to be losing quite a lot, actually. Going to be popping that potion of invulnerability. Look at that. Look at what just happened. Oh, no, never mind. I thought he was going to buy the Scroll of Town Portal, and then sell it to deny it from that Mountain King, but he does have Avatar, so he's unable to get the surrounded. Look at that. Siphon Mana now onto the Death Knight as the Blood Mage banishes himself once again. Oh, wow. That is incredible. He just banished himself there. Another banish. That is very interesting. I have not seen that been utilized in a long time. And there's the Frost Nova to finish him off. And look at this. The Undead actually coming out very strong, it looks like. We're going to be seeing it. Lich. Oh, passes the potion of healing over to that Lich. And the Lich will survive. Death Knight taking a little bit too much arcane damage from that one tower. As it looks like the Zeppelin will come in to actually save that Mountain King. Well played there by him. What is going on over here? Nothing really. More ghouls just going to get pumped out here from Entee. Oh god, it's so hard to see with this lighting. I'm just trying to see that I'm not missing anything else on the map. Anyways, now we're just going to have these statues just sort of heal up these heroes, as the ghouls will just try and focus down these peons. It looks like the peons will, in fact, get away. And there we go. Mountain King will continue just to heal up. Probably wants to load that Mountain King back up. Yeah, there we go. Rifle. Lots of rifles now in the field. I'm surprised to see Nick just continue to go for rifles. Does he have any tier 2 tech anywhere? No. Was that a workshop? Oh, no. No workshop. Anyways, we're just going to see the Mountain King try and get off as much damage as possible. Very nice little Stormbolt onto that Death Knight, but really it's just to sort of stun him for a bit, to be honest. Not really meant to try and kill him. As it looks like the Town Hall will finally fall. And there we go. Town Hall will just fall, and that's going to be a pretty big loss there for Nick. Losing that Town Hall, that is painful. That's a shot to the nuts, to be honest. Anyways, about 1,000 gold left in the Undead Gold Mine, 1,000 left in the Human, so this game has got to be winding down sometime soon. Mountain King, though, still not... Whoop, my bad. Mountain King still not dead. Gets another nice little Stormbolt off. There we go. Now Blood Mage is actually back on the field. We do have a couple guard towers in the base of Nick. Another little death coil there to take down one of those ghouls, and it looks like the shop will fall. That's gonna hurt Nick bad. I wouldn't be surprised to see him drop down a shop right away, because to be honest, he needs that shop. He needs it, and he needs it now. Anyways, right now Nick just gonna be healing up his rifleman to make sort of like his last stand. We do just have more ghouls, I imagine. No, actually, some gargoyles coming out. I don't know why he would drop that ziggurat. He's almost done. I think that's a waste of money. Anyways, I think you should just save it to spend on more units. Looks like 4-3 now on those undead heroes compared to 6-2. I think I'd prefer the 6-2 to be honest. That is still a very strong undead hero nuking combo. And look at that. There we go. We're going to have Death Coil. And there we go. There's a Siphon mana on that Death Knight. Death Knight losing a lot of mana. That was a huge mana loss. That was over like 100 mana. Holy crap. Now more mana going to get siphoned. That is huge. Look at this. He's losing so many Death Coils. He only has one left. Look at that. And look at this. Now he's just going to siphon it all back to that Mountain King. Look at that. There we go. There's the Stormbolt. And can he get off the bash? He does get off the bash. And another bash. And another... No way. There it is. Going to be finishing off that Lich. Holy crap. There we go. But to be honest, this Undead is playing very... Look at that. Stormbolt damage. Wow. Wow. Look at this. Can he get it? Wow, that's another level 3 Lich kill. That's huge. Bloodmage should be hitting level 3 very soon, and if he can get that level 2 banish or the level 2 siphon mana, that's going to be very, very strong. Mountain King does not want to go any further just because he will run out of Avatar. And when you run out of Avatar, you run away. Anyways, Entee down to his last amount of gold. It's just going to be maxing on whatever he has left. And see, this is what I'm talking about. It's wasted. He did not need that extra ziggurat. Really did not need it. Complete waste. Anyways, it looks like Nick just going to be creeping, actually. Not a bad strategy, actually. Not a bad strategy at all. Just going to be getting that Blood Mage up to level 3. Wow, that's actually going to be huge in the next engagement. Having that level 3 Blood Mage, that is very, very huge. But look at this. Entee not going to give up. He actually does have quite a strong force. Lots of gargoyles. Does have statues on the field. Abominations as well. You know, this could actually prove to be a very strong combo. As we do have the expansion actually being power built by Nick. This is another huge play. He is actually going to get this, and I do not like this choice by Nick. Creeping out this camp just because, honestly, I would choose any other camp than this one. Leave this expansion protected. Do not let this expansion... do not leave it open, just because that gives the Undead... that gives the Undead hope, you know. He can actually... It gives him a chance, you know. You don't want to give him any chance. Mountain King now, full mana. That is so dangerous. Level 6 Mountain King with full mana, that is just scary. Scroll of Healing now just going to get used by Nick, as he's just going to heal up all of his units. Going to be continue just to creep up his Blood Mage. Blood Mage should be pretty close to level 4 with this camp. No, it doesn't look like he's going to be anywhere near level 4. Never mind. Decent items on that Mountain King. Does have Arrow's Fluid of Accuracy, which is actually quite a strong item on those Riflemen. Plus 2 damage on all of them. More Scrolls of Healing going to get picked up. Claws of Attack. We do have Rune Bracers on the Blood Mage. Kind of interesting. I'm not... Yeah, I guess you could leave it on the Blood Mage. Mountain King's pretty buffy, and with Avatar, you don't really need them. Now, we do have Nick actually mining off of one base, so this is huge. He's able to engage right now. This is when he wants to engage. And look at this. Undead player was out of position. Now it looks like he's going to be losing a statue right off the bat. That is huge. That might be the end of it right there. Just losing that one statue is huge. And look at this. We're actually going to be seeing a TP just because of the nice position of those ghouls. That was some very nice positioning. The ghouls got right in there, as well as the Abomination, getting some solid DPS off on those Riflemen. But this will give the chance to Nick just to heal up. It will. This will just give him more time, really, just to pump out more units. I don't know why he's not. He's only at 32 food. And look at this. Gargoyle's going to be taking out all of these peons. Oh, no. Now he has no more mining. Look at that. Just lost his mining. If the Undead can pull this off, that would be epic. That would honestly be so epic. Do not run into these towers, though. There we go. These peons are going to be catching them in transit. Perfect read there by Entee. Very nicely done there by him. Going to be losing yet another peasant. Last peasant remaining. He does have some gold, though, so... Oh, no, he does not have any gold left. Where did all that gold... Where was all that gold invested into? Where? Looks like gargoyles are right up in here, right at the top. And look at this, Nick needs to try and mine out just a little bit more gold, or else he'll be forced to sell some items. A little bit more gold just to get up some peons, just to get up a couple more peons. Look at this, can he get up? He needs 75 gold, needs that 75 gold. Another nice little death cold to kill off one more ghoul, weakening the undead that much more. And if he just keeps sacrificing these ghouls, his army will just keep on depleting. And those ghouls have solid DPS. He probably, in the best case scenario, does not want to lose those. Rifleman now going to get focused. Probably going to retreat back to these guard towers. That's exactly what he's going to be doing. No, actually going to be turning around to try and save this one peon, which is extremely valuable at this time. Can he get that one last gold? Nice. There we go. Going to actually, no, did not quite save it, actually. Probably going to see a banish. There we go. There's the avatar that goes off. Looks like ghoul's going to get focused down. Another ghoul going to get focused down. There we go. Probably going to start focusing down some of those gargoyles. There we go. That's exactly what he's going to be doing. Focus down that gargoyle. Focus on the gargoyle. And look at this. Death Knight extremely low in hit points. And we're going to see the Blood Mage actually banish himself. Going to try and heal up. Pops the scroll of healing. Frost Nova going to go off. And another banish. Oh, there we go. And the Destroyers with their magic damage finish off the Blood Mage with a Frost Nova as well. I do not like this decision by Nick, focusing down the Death Knight. There we go. One more Stormbolt. Can he get off the bash? Can he get off the bash? Can he get off the bash? No, no bash and no more units. No units either. Oh no. He does have a potion of invulnerability. Probably wants to pop that and try and catch up to that Death Knight. And look at that. GG from Nick. Oh. That was crazy. That was a very good game. I am extremely impressed by both players. And wow. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. Anyways, and yeah, I guess I'm going to be casting as much as I can in the nearby future. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys later.